Ooh-bop. Pokemon X and Y just came out and we're having a lot of fun exploring the region of Kalos.
However, some people have problems with the Pokemon being represented as 3D models instead of sprites.
Whether you think Nintendo and Game Freak should have stuck with the more traditional look for the Pokemon, or you think the 3D models bring a new life to the game, I think we can all agree on one thing.
They all look better than some of these Gen 1 sprites. Right, honey?
Dragonite seems to be a sore subject for some folks in the Pokemon community. It seems like people either love the shit out of this adorable bastard or hate his fucking guts for looking different from the previous two forms. Whether you love him or hate him, though, you have to admit, this Dragonite sprite looks off. I don't know, it looks like Puff the Magic Dragon fucks Salvador Dali while on acid.
Seriously? This is the best you can do? Let's say after a long photo shoot for a famous magazine, you choose this photo instead of something like this. It doesn't exactly get across what you're all about. Unless that's fisting. Look, I see what they were going for, but goddamn, this sprite just looks like Togekiss watching Doduo pooping. Cannot unsee!
I always liked how you could chart Machop's evolutionary progress. He starts off as this scrawny little naked kid thing, and eventually gets ripped, hunked out, and grows a Speedo. Also, through the power of the Game Link cable, you could trade with a friend to get the ultimate Poke Badass, a huge, beastly, four-arm monstrosity that was like combining Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan into one unstoppable fighting force.
Oh yeah!
Yeah! See, kids, this is why you don't take steroids. At least he's happy to see you, I guess.
So you go through Mount Moon and you get a fossil from the Pokemaniac. Later on at Cinnabar Island, you leave it with the lab, and this is what you get? Kabuto's sprite just looks like an empty plate with 2 black olives left on it and a couple breadsticks next to it. It just doesn't do justice to how cool this Pokemon ends up being.
So you've been to Cinnabar Island and read the mysterious diaries. You've spent hours trying to move that fucking truck. Finally, you've manned up and used a Game Shark or glitch, and now
you get to face the ultimate Pokemon, the rarest and most powerful of them all.
Oh, God! This sprite. Do we really have to say anything about this? Really? Can you imagine seeing Mew? Majestic, beautiful Mew in Pokemon the movie or Pokemon Snap, paying to go to a special Nintendo giveaway event in Japan to get this little bastard, and this is what you get? Fuck the Lavender Town song rumor. If anything made Japanese kids commit suicide after playing this game, it was this sprite.
Ultimately, when you played the first generation of Pokemon games, when you saw this derp, you weren't thinking about its vacant stare and boring look. You were thinking about the awesome Ken Sugimori art or the anime representations. It didn't matter how utterly fucked up these guys looked. You were on an adventure with your team, blazing a trail and making a name for yourself. The X and Y sprites are widely received as pretty great, but we can see how they could skew your view of your Poke friends and rustle some Gen 1 jimmies.
Are the new 3D models cool, or do they just mess with how you saw your old Poke friends? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe.
Give me a loving face before you do it, though. There you go.